Hello everybody, this is Kevin Flanagan here of the Brehon Academy, and I just want to give a recap of what happened at Mise Éire because it was amazing. I've worked at conferences for about 9 years altogether, and before that with Mise Éire, I was organising events for many years. And I have to say, this was one of the best events I've ever attended. And I don't say that lightly, because I've attended conferences all over the world, from Malaysia to India to United States of America, Brazil, and this was really a good crack. There's no other way to put it. And I don't really know what all the fuss was about. This fear of the far right. It's funny now, but the organisers were worried that these Antifa crowd would show up and have a little protest outside, and I think I only seen one protester, and I didn't even realise she was a protester because she had a poster saying "Hope Not Hate." And I was like, is she with us? Because I don't know where they're getting this notion from that Mise Éire was an anti-immigration rally or a Nazi rally. And rest assured, I'm going to be pursuing those people. I already am pursuing them. But yeah, it's just an interesting. It's an interesting period in Ireland's story. It's an interesting chapter where, we have to fight for our right to party. You gotta fight for your right to party. The hotel staff were fantastic. The owner, Tom, he came up and introduced himself to me, said if there's anything I need, just to let him know. And I was like, fair play to you for having the bravery to, put this on. And the impression I got from Tom and his team was like, there was nothing that could happen that would stop them from hosting this event. And I'm really glad that they did host it. And they certainly raked in a lot of money that day, and all of the town did, because, well, the restaurant was quite busy. It was packed. Like, the whole place was packed. So a few of us went out to get food in the town, Castlebar town, and it was really great to see so many familiar faces, old friends, even going back as far as the Mise Éire days. And a lot of people come up and said hello to me, and I was really happy about that. Some people come up and said that they had never heard of me before, but they really enjoyed my presentation, so I can forgive them for not hearing about me. I don't know if there's wind here, but I'm just walking through the field, and I decided to stop doing my daily walk at the beach. There, look. It's beautiful, isn't it? So it was really nice to see some familiar faces, such as Derek Domino, Unbroken Man, the YouTube guy who walks around with the video. Dave Cullen even made an appearance. Callum Dara from the Lotus Eaters was there as well, and I was going to go, I know you from the telly. And I forgot to shake his hand. He goes, what's your name? I was like, oh, I just assumed he knew me because I knew him. So it was all in all a great day. The music was fantastic, the food was delicious, the crack was 90, and it just felt really good to be just to be in the room with all of these people who love their culture. It was magical. So I spoke on the first panel with John Waters and Thomas Sheridan. I know Thomas from many years ago, but I had never spoken to John Waters before. And he was talking about Padraig Pearse's vision for Ireland. I was talking about the Brehon law, the difference between Brehon law and common law. Thomas Sheridan was talking about the power of myth, archetypes, and I think it went really, really well. And then later in the day I was downstairs talking about the Brehon law for an hour, and I uploaded those videos last night, the first panel and my own speech, and getting really good feedback on that. So I'm not going to say we won, but I feel like yesterday or Saturday's event was a turning point. I used to work for a student organisation, teaching them about liberty, teaching them about freedom, and campaign management and event management and marketing and leadership skills and public speaking, and I used to say you should have fun when you're doing it. Changing the world doesn't have to be difficult. It can also be fun. And it really was fun. This was a once in a lifetime moment, like a watershed moment in the history of Ireland, I would say. Not to overstate it, but that's what it felt like to me anyway. And everybody that was there was happy. It felt like a traditional Irish wedding. It felt like an Irish wedding, but everybody was the bride and the groom. So to the Antifa head cases who tried to shut this down, to the 600 artists who tried to shut this down, you should be ashamed of yourselves. I hope you're ashamed of yourselves, because if you attended that Mise Éire festival, you would just see a room full of a lot of people, about 750 to 1,000 people, celebrating Irish culture, identity and heritage, the language, the music, the way of life and culture. Tribal in structure. We had a civilization when they were still Neanderthal nations. So I didn't meet any racists there. I didn't meet any fascists there. If they were there, they were hiding. There was definitely no loyalists there. There was definitely no UDA there. So to anybody who fell for that, just be careful what you're reading, okay? Don't be sold a false bill of goods. Do a little bit of research first. And until next time, my friends, slán go fóill.